Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning, first day of the work. Hey, Sydney. Time for everybody to get back on the grind so they can get in their bag. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into today. As it was said in the post, we're gonna be talking about the second part. What's going on, buddy? We're gonna be talking about the second part of the series. What's going on, Ken? What's going on, bro? What's going on, Debbie? We're going to be talking about the second part of the MLK series in this book called Strength to Love. I don't know if you can see that. But hey, what's going on? What's going on, Godmom? I just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about that. Just to finish up the series. This is a really powerful book. But basically what I want to talk to y'all today about is a tough mind and a tender heart. And just to warm you guys up, I'm going to start with something that he said about the book. I'm not trying to preach y'all, but this Bible verse kind of sums it up. He said, he used the Bible verse, and he said, he gave them a formula for action. Be therefore wise as serpents and as harmless as doves. So basically, like the title says, this chapter is all about being a tough mind and a soft heart, and he combines those two opposites into his formula for protesting and everything he did in his lifetime against segregation and all that, racism and things like that. But essentially, when you think about being tough-minded, a lot of the problem with people today is that they aren't thinking. They're not thinking past what they can see or critical thinking. They kind of just are, if you will, very gullible. Let's see. It says, let us consider first the need for a tough mind characterized by incisive thinking, realistic appraisal, and decisive judgment. The tough mind is sharp and penetrating, breaking through the crust of leadness in the midst of sifting true from false. What's going on, Mark? He goes on to continue to say that a lot of the times we're not tough-minded, and they can be seen through how we view advertising. When we see commercials on TV, we kind of just believe things, and I've seen a number of times people order stuff off TV. How you doing, bro? People order stuff off TV, and when it doesn't work, they don't understand. That's what the advertisement said. But nobody ever stopped to do any research or fact check or look up reviews to see if that was actually factual. I think that is a lot of the problem with today's world in general. Everybody's glued to a TV and believe everything they see, hear, read, and they don't take the time to pause and reflect and think, hey, well, maybe this may not work exactly as it should. Maybe it's not what as advertised. And tough-mindedness is something that's necessary for you to be successful in everything you do. You can't just accept things as they are. As it relates to hard tough-mindedness, he talks also about tender-heartedness, and basically that part of the first verse I read about the harmless as doves, where he talks about you gotta be, in a sense, compassionate about others. Hard-heartedness without soft hard-heartedness makes you kind of cold, and you can't. He says you don't feel love, and you never connect to common man. So the combination of those two things, tough-mindedness and soft-heartedness, equaled his nonviolent strategy, and I think people should practice more of that. I mean, you can't be completely logical and tough-minded and without soft-heartedness, because then you become a robot. If you're completely soft-heartedness without any tough-mindedness, then you're naive and you're kind of you fall for anything essentially, and people can take advantage of your goodwill. So keep that in mind as you go through the day. Be logical, be decisive, be analytical about the things you're making, but also try to understand other people's situations and what they're going through. That's really essential for a good life. I try to practice this in my life now when I hear certain reports, or I read certain things. I fact check with a bunch of different sources, and when I see people and maybe something what's going on Mars, I think if they bump me or they kind of cut me off while I'm walking, I don't ever make a judgment because we don't know what's going on with their lives, and you never know, and you always want to try to see things from being in their shoes. So as you go to the day going forward, try your best to be tough-minded. Try your best to be soft-hearted and combine the two. I know it's a little difficult sometimes to combine and practice opposites, but it's necessary for you to be, a good human being and good to your fellow man and good to yourself. Not just falling for anything you see, hear, or read. So I want you guys to take away that. Also, I just want to let you all know that I'll post a video. It'll be live on Instagram for 24 hours, but I'm going to take these Facebook videos after they're posted and make them private, and just send you guys the links so you guys can go over to my YouTube channel and see the videos there. Also, I want to shout out if you know me, you know Buddha, and he's doing this thing on the YouTube, so I want to shout out Buddha. If you want to go see his page, if you like video games, like anime, he has it all. Over almost 1,000 followers. He's at close to 800 right now. If you type in Anime Bay on YouTube, that's ANIMEBAE, no spaces, and you'll see his page, and he has great content. He's got a lot of followers, and it's going to be a movement. So watch out for him. But I want to say, as I always say, the darkest morning comes before. The darkest night, darkest night always comes before the brightest morning. So thank you guys for tuning in this morning. Just want to give you guys a quick message of inspiration. Have a great day, be motivated, and take Monday by the horn.